Today we are working on Excel Lesson 15 Apply. So you should have this already opened up. Go ahead and save it to wherever you save everything, putting your initials at the end. And we're going to do like we always do. We're going to insert header, put your name in the left, date code in the center, and page number in the right. And we're going to switch back to normal view. And we will start with step 4, which says in cell A18. So click in cell A18. We're going to use the trim function to create a formula that removes the extra spaces in the text. So what we're referencing is the table that's up above it. So let's click on formulas, and these are going to all be text formulas. So click text, and we're going to click trim. When that does that, it opens up this box. Well, the box that we are referencing is the one that's above it in this. So in this instance, it's A6. So we're just going to click in this cell, and it's going to put A6, and then we click. And if you look right here in this box, it shows you that it's going to be ABC Bakery, and it's removing that space. It's trimming the space. So click OK. So in that cell, you should see your formulas equals trim A6. And then step 5 says to fill the formula down through A25. So I'm just going to click on the bottom right hand corner and drag it down to A25. And you can see that what it's done is it's referenced the cell that's above it, and it's removed the spaces wherever there was a space that it shouldn't have been, and you see everything is nice and neat now. So that is step 4 and 5. So step 6 says in cell B16, use the upper function to create a formula that changes the text in B6 to uppercase. So we're going to click text, we're going to click upper, and all we are doing is referencing the cell that's above it, which is B6. So click on that, and you can see right over here where my mouse is moving that it's putting everything in uppercase like it's supposed to. Click OK, and you see everything is capitalized. We're going to fill this down, and that fills in formula. So that completes step 6 and step 7. Step 8 in cell C18, we're going to use the left function to create a formula that extracts the area code, and remember to include the parentheses. So the area code up here, you see it's 205 in parentheses. So we're going to click on text, we're going to select left, and what you have to do, you click on that cell, which is C6, and then number of characters. It's asking you how many characters that you need. Well, the area code is 3 numbers, and it says to remember you have parentheses. So 3 plus 2 is 5, so we need a total of 5 characters. So I'm just going to type a 5. And you can see right here where my mouse is moving that it's going to be parentheses 205 in parentheses. So click OK. And that's how we do the area code. And I'm just going to fill that down because that's the next step. Step 10 says in cell D18, which is where we are, we're going to use the mid function to create a formula that extracts the phone prefix. Remember to count the space as a character for the starting number value. So I'm going to click on text. I'm going to select mid. We're going to click in cell C6 because that's where it's supposed to be. The starting number. What we have to do is we have to count how many spaces until we get to that first number, which is a 2. So parentheses is 1, 3 numbers in parentheses, that's 5, and then the blank space is 6. So the one that starts it would be the 7th space. So we're going to type 7. And how many characters is there? 2, 3, and 4. So there's 3 characters. So I'm going to type a 3 there. And you can see that 2, 3, 4 is what's going to be entered, which is those middle numbers, which is correct. So click OK. And then next step, we're going to fill that down. Step 12, in cell E18, use the right function to create a formula that extracts the phone line number the last 4 digits of the phone number, which in this case is 1323. So I'm going to click on text. I'm going to select write. We're going to click in cell C6, and the number of characters we want is 4. 1323 is 4, and you can see right here that that's what's going to be put in there. So click OK, and then we'll fill this number down. That completes step 12 and 13. Step 14. In cell F18, use the concatenate function to create a formula that combines the first, middle, and last name of the manager. Remember to insert a space between each name. So, concatenate, weird word. It's right here. Concat is the formula that it is right here. So, text 1. The first name is cell D, so we're going to click D6. And then text 2, we're going to type quotation mark, space, quotation mark, and that's going to enter a space. Text 3 is going to be his middle name, which in this case is Ray, which is in cell E6. Text 4, we want another space there. We're going to quotation mark, space, quotation mark. And then the text 5, we want his last name, which is Burns, so I'm going to click on that. And you can see right here that we're putting in J. Ray Burns. So D6, quotation mark, space, quotation mark, E6. Same thing with quotation marks, F6. Click OK. And that fills in J. Ray Burns. We're going to fill this down. And you can see that everybody's name, it got their name. That is how you concatenate. Step 15, it said to fill that down and then adjust the column width if necessary. But you can see that these names are outside of it, so I'm just going to double click between the F and the G up here, and it resizes that. So when I grade yours, I should click on any cell I want, and I should see a formula up here, whether it's the trim, upper, left, mid, right, and concatenate. Step 16 says to print it, which you know that my class does not do. Go ahead and save and close the file, exit Excel, and submit to be graded. And that completes lesson 15.